that you try to have ideas from your brain. The storm is kind of thing which creates sense. It has various types of, we can say, it can have a kind of shift from one place to other. Okay, so brainstorming is about generating ideas. So students, if you say it is a kind of method, so how is that method? In that, brainstorming is that in that you keep the topic in the center. Okay, so if, say for example, if you're discussing something about knowledge will be in the center, and you generate ideas about it and around it. Okay, so I have got this picture. Say for example, if system principles, now this is in the center, you talk about it and around it. So if we keep knowledge in the center, you may have different kinds of you can talk about it and around it, like knowledge can be gained from library, society, family, school, college, friends, internet, and lot many things. Okay, so you talk about it and around it. So you come to a conclusion that yes, knowledge can be gained from here, there, and you talk about it. So if the topic is knowledge, somebody may come up with the idea of knowledge from library. A person can come up with ideas that I can gain knowledge from my family. Somebody can come up and say, and then you discuss in such a way that each one comes up with his or her own idea, and then you finally come to a conclusion that yes, this is how knowledge can be gained. So this is the method which is very useful, and this is useful when you don't know much about it. You just know 1 or 2 points about it, and then you come out. Okay, so in group discussion, if you listen to someone and you come up with some new ideas after that listening, then this brainstorming helps. So this is one of the methods of group discussion. So brainstorming helps, plus it is a very good method for group discussion. Okay, the next, and that is nominal method. Now this method restricts this discussion or interpersonal communication during the decision making process. Now students, in this method you are not allowed to speak before you write something. Say for example, if you are given a topic to discuss, the topic will be announced and you are supposed to write about it, and then you write it, and then you pass that thing to a mediator or facilitator. Okay, that facilitator or mediator will read your points and he will write it down on a board, or he may display it. Okay, and your identity is not revealed that this person has written this. Okay, so there are some various ideas from each and every one, and they take it and then they try to write it on the board, or they may try to say it aloud. Okay, and after this there is a kind of group discussion that yes, these are the possible solutions, or these are the possible situations through which we can overcome our problems. Okay, so in nominal method you are not allowed to speak before you write. Okay, each one in the member silently writes, and they operate independently. They do not depend on each other's ideas, but they write individually. They write and they pass it on to the facilitator. Fine. Next, it is the Delphi method. Now this is Delphi method. This is quite popular among the diplomats and the people who work with organizations who are in short of time. They run out of time and they use this method. Now this is very helpful as far as the people from organizations or politics are concerned. Now this method does not allow the people to meet, okay, and they do not meet face to face. In this method what happens is that a chairperson of the discussion prepares a questionnaire and he asks the people to respond to it, and he sends those questionnaires to their offices or their places, or this might happen. Okay, now the questionnaires have the problems and the solutions are taken by the person who is sending the questionnaire, and he takes possible responses from the members of the discussion. Okay, so each member responds independently. As in nominal, every member does not depend on each other's opinion. They write their own opinion, They write it, and their possible solutions are generated after all the answers are recollected. Okay, and this might happen until and unless you reach a final conclusion or decision. Say, for example, if the mayor of a city has some problem with the city, he wants to clean the city, he wants that the city should be clean, or he wants that there shouldn't be littering around and everything like that. So what does he do? He writes a letter to all the corporators of the city. Okay, and he asks some questions that what kind of possible solutions can you give, or what can you do from your side. So he sends this questionnaire to each and every corporator, and then the mayor gets possible solutions. Okay, then after receiving those answers, the mayor finally concludes, or if he is not satisfied, he may send again different questionnaires that I am not happy with this, and what possible solutions can be to this. So finally the thing is recollected, and then there comes a possible solution. Now after recollecting they come to a solution that yes, we should do with this, and it might also happen that they repeat it for a few times. Okay, so this is one of the methods which is used by people who don't have time, or they don't have much time. Fine, so out of 3, this is 1. Next, now students, this is very, very, very important. Group discussion as an evaluation process. Okay, now those who are aiming to have a better career, those who are aiming to join the armed forces or the civil services of the Union of India, they should keep in mind that group discussion is an important part of their entrance scheme. Okay, nowadays they have started that even if you want to go for higher studies, group discussion and personal interview is a must. Those who don't clear group discussion and personal interview, they are not allowed for higher studies. The Indian Institute of Management is very famous about these things, that you have to go for written test, then the group discussion, and then the personal interview. The same is the case with civil services and the defense services of the Union of India. Now group discussion has become an integral part of every selection processes today. Okay, now students, it has a history of the Britishers when they came here, and they formed a selection board for armed services of India. They called something like Service Selection Board. Now after the experiences, people realized that group discussion is a well formulated tool. Now it helps to assess the personality of the candidate. Okay, now how do group discussions help to assess the personality of a person? So let us have a look. What are the components that they evaluate? Okay, now students, evaluation components are of importance. If you know these, you can keep it in mind, and you can have a career that if you are going for an interview or a group discussion, you can keep these in mind. Okay, that these are some evaluation components. So what are these components? First, knowledge. Okay students, knowledge. The other is communication skills. The third is group or gentleman behavior, and the last is leadership skills. Now give it a thought that if you are running a company, if you are having a reputation, if your respect, if your money, if your organization is at stake, what kind of people will you recruit? Your answer will surely be that someone who has knowledge, someone who is good at speaking, someone who has gentleman behavior, and someone who is a leader. Now what are these points which come under these components? Let us have a closer look at it. The first is knowledge. Okay, so knowledge. How do they test your knowledge? Okay, so So the first is you should have a proper understanding of the content. Okay, if you don't have the understanding of the content, it won't make sense. Okay, so if you're asked to, say for example, in a group discussion session, if you are asked that you are to discuss about the women's security in India, now the understanding of the content is here of importance. How you may say, if you just talk about rape and molestation in the discussion of women's security of India, this shows that you don't have understanding of the content. You don't know the proper knowledge about the thing. It means that women's security, it is about all the security, mental security, financial security, every security of women. Okay, so if you don't discuss about their financial, mental and other securities, and you just talk about their molestation and rape, it shows that you don't have proper understanding of the content or the topic. Okay, so the proper understanding should be there, and this is how they test you. The next thing that comes under knowledge is you should have some good ideas, some very good solid ideas. If you don't have ideas, you won't be a kind of knowledgeable person. Knowledge does not only limit itself that you should know something, but you should create something out of that you know. Okay, so if you have innovative ideas, you can share it, and this is how you can show that you have got proper knowledge. Okay, the other thing that comes under knowledge is you should have a larger perspective. Now students, this is of utmost importance. If you are going for a job, and if you don't have a larger perspective, if you don't have a broader outlook of the society, of the organization that you work for, or any other thing, then you won't justify your position. Okay, they will surely have a person who has larger perspective in the sense you perceive things with a broader vision. Okay, you don't only limit yourself with your preconceived notions or preconceived ideas that this is how it should be, but you should come up with new things. Okay, we can have it with other ways. You can do it, and you can respect people's opinion. Okay, so if you don't have larger perspective, your knowledge doesn't show up. Okay, and last but not the least that come under knowledge is intelligence quotient. Now that is what we say IQ. Students, intelligence quotient is about building logical answers. If you don't have cohesion and coherence in your speaking, okay, if you don't have logical rationale about whatever you are speaking, you don't have logical base of it, then your knowledge will not show up. Okay, so if you have logical answers with proper foundation to it, then we can say that you have proper knowledge. You should have proofs of it. You should find logical answers to it, and then we can say yes, you have got some knowledge about it. Okay, so these are the 4 things that come under knowledge. Now let us go to the other component, and that is communication skills. Now students, group discussion is supposed to be something which tests your communication skills. Okay, now this is one of the key components that is being tested. If you don't speak up, if you have kind of ideas, and if you don't share, it doesn't make more sense. Okay students, so communication skills means how well you listen, how well you speak as far as the group discussion in oral situation is concerned. If it is in written, then how well you read and how well you write is of concern. Okay, so in communication skills there are some points, and they are active listening. The first thing is that if you don't listen to the people who are in the group discussion, if you don't listen to them, you won't be able to answer to them. If you don't answer to them, you won't be participating. So the first thing that is very important for communication skills and group discussion is that you need to listen people. Now listening does not only mean that you listen to people, but also the topic which is being said. If somebody comes up and say you're supposed to discuss about a topic of India or the history of India. Now if you don't listen the history of India, and if you mistake the sense of history with some other word, or if you don't listen at all India, you just know India, So this can misguide you or misdirect you in some other ways. So first is active listening. Next is clarity of thought and expression. Now, students, if you have ideas, if you have the content, but you are not able to express, okay, now this also doesn't make sense. Okay, if you have ideas and if you share it properly, you have the way to speak, your voice, your articulation, your way of speaking. If you don't have such things within you, then you won't be able to communicate properly in the group discussion. Okay, so this is also one of the important points which come under communication skills. Now they will test you on the basis of this, that whether you are listening or not, whether you are able to speak or not. Okay, then comes your appropriate language. Now students, only clarity of expression and thought does not only limit itself to communication skills. Okay, you have expression, you have thought, but you don't use proper language for it. Okay, so language also becomes a tool for helping you to share your expression or thought. Okay, so they also judge in a way that whether you are using appropriate language. Okay, and the next is appropriate body language. Okay students, so these are the 4 points that come under communication skills. So appropriate body language says that if you are speaking something, it should have a kind of support from your body. It should not look like you are not interested. It should not look like you are not confident. Okay, you should sit tall, you should speak sharply and boldly. Okay, you should maintain eye contact with your members of the discussion. Okay, so your body helps in your group discussion. So if your body doesn't show up, or if it is not proper, then this can misjudge your personality. This can be a kind of misjudgment for the people who are judging you. Okay, so there should be a proper body language in your communication. Okay, now let us go on to the other component, and that is group or gentleman behavior. Okay students, now the first thing for gentleman behavior or group behavior is that you should have emotional maturity. Okay, you should not be sentimental about things. Say for example, if you are talking about communalism, and if somebody comes up with some different idea and it might be offending, now it shouldn't be like that you get sentimental, or you either get nervous, or you get